Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we will discuss a very exciting and novel topic, initial coin offerings and blockchain. Initial coin offerings are a very innovative way to fundraise, especially for startups which are operating in blockchain-related industries. So let's start by showing you a video that explains you what is blockchain in some simple words.
When you vote, have you ever wondered whether your ballot is actually counted? If you meet someone online, how do you know they're who they say they are? When you buy coffee that's labeled fair trade, what makes you so certain of its origin? To be sure, really sure, about any of those questions, you'd need a system where records could be stored, facts could be verified by anyone, and security is guaranteed. That way, no one could cheat the system by editing records because everyone using the system would be watching. Systems like this are on the horizon, and the software that powers them is called a blockchain. Blockchains store information across a network of personal computers, making them not just decentralized, but distributed. This means no central company or person owns the system, yet everyone can use it and help run it. This is important because it means it's difficult for any one person to take down the network or corrupt it. The people who run the system use their computer to hold bundles of records submitted by others, known as blocks, in a chronological chain. The blockchain uses a form of math called cryptography to ensure that records can't be counterfeited or changed by anyone else. You've probably heard of the blockchain's first killer app, a form of digital cash called Bitcoin that you can send to anyone, even a complete stranger. Bitcoin is different from credit cards, PayPal, or other ways to send money because there isn't a bank or financial middleman involved. Instead, people from all over the world help move the digital money by validating others' Bitcoin transactions with their personal computers, earning a small fee in the process. Bitcoin uses the blockchain by tracking records of ownership over this digital cash, so only one person can be the owner at a time and the cash can't be spent twice, like counterfeit money in the physical world can. But Bitcoin is just the beginning for blockchains. In the future, blockchains that manage and verify online data could enable us to launch companies that are entirely run by algorithms, making self-driving cars safer, help us protect our online identities, and even track the billions of devices on the Internet of Things. These innovations will change our lives forever, and it's all just beginning. To learn more about the urgent future of the blockchain, please visit iftf.org/blockchainfutureslab.
So this is a short video just to explain you how blockchain works. And as the video explained, the blockchain started with the Bitcoin, which was a coin developed in 2007 by someone named Satoshi Nakamoto. And basically what blockchain is a computer code and is an incorruptible, decentralized digital ledger of transactions that can be programmed to record not just financial transactions, but virtually everything. And nowadays you have plenty of blockchains. So a lot of new companies have created their own blockchain and created new cryptocurrencies. You might have heard of Ethereum, Ripple, there is thousands of them. So in sum, what you have a network of computers that work together to validate transactions and then add this transaction one after the other in the blockchain. And so like this, you have a record of transactions, and this can be, again, financial, but you can also have images, you can have international supply chains, movements recorded on the blockchain. So this is a new technology that can be used for a number of activities, and in the next slides, we will see what are the industries that have been affected the most. And it's also a way to fundraise. And the way to fundraise on the blockchain is through something called initial coin offerings. There is new ways, which are also called initial exchange offerings or security token offering. But in all these, what basically happens is that a company which is working in a blockchain-related industry sells tokens to the public on the blockchain. And the public provides capital that then can be used to develop the company. So this is a very innovative, novel way of fundraising for blockchain-related companies. But let's see in this video what are the main applications where you can use blockchain. This video is approximately 20 minutes long, so feel free to skip some parts if you are not interested, and then we will have a few more slides after this video.
The blockchain is one of the most promising new technologies for the future. So what is it? It's a distributed ledger technology that underlies cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and provides a way to record and transfer data that is transparent, safe, auditable, and resistant to outages. The blockchain has the ability to make the organizations that use it transparent, democratic, decentralized, efficient, and secure. The blockchain is likely to disrupt many industries in the coming 5 to 10 years. These are some of the industries it's already disrupting.
Number 1, banking and payments. Some people say that the blockchain will do to banking what the internet did to media. Blockchain technology can be used to give access to financial services to billions of people around the world, including those in third world countries who don't have access to traditional banking. Technologies like Bitcoin allow anyone to send money across borders almost instantly and with very low fees. Abra is a startup that is working on Bitcoin-based remittance services. And many banks like Barclays are also working on adopting blockchain technology to make their business operations faster, more efficient, and secure. Banks are also increasingly investing in blockchain projects and startups. IBM predicts that about 15% of banks will be using the blockchain by the end of 2017.
Number 2, cybersecurity. Although the blockchain ledger is public, the data is verified and encrypted using advanced cryptography. This way, the data is less prone to being hacked or changed without authorization. The blockchain eliminates the need for middlemen, making it more efficient than many legacy systems in cybersecurity.
Number 3, supply chain management. With blockchain technology, transactions can be documented in a permanent decentralized record and monitored securely and transparently. This can greatly reduce time delays and human mistakes. It can also be used to monitor costs, labor, and even waste and emissions at every point in the supply chain. This has serious implications for understanding and controlling the real environmental impact of products. The blockchain can also be used to verify the authenticity or fair trade status of products by tracking them from their origin. Some blockchain startups working in this sector are Provenance, Fluent, SkuChain, and BlockVerify.
Number 4, forecasting. Blockchain is set to change the entire approach to research, consulting, analysis, and forecasting. Online platforms like Augur are looking to create global decentralized prediction markets. These technologies can be used to place and monitor bets on anything from sports to stocks to elections in a decentralized way.
Number 5, networking and Internet of Things. Samsung and IBM are using blockchain technology for a new concept called Adept, which will create a decentralized network of IoT devices. Operating like a public ledger for a large number of devices, it would eliminate the need for a central location to handle communication between them. The devices would be able to communicate to each other directly to update software, manage bugs, and monitor energy usage.
Number 6, insurance. The global insurance market is based on trust management. Blockchain is a new way of managing trust and can be used to verify many types of data in insurance contracts, like the insured person's identity. So-called oracles can be used to integrate real-world data with blockchain smart contracts. This technology is very useful for any types of insurance that relies on real-world data, for example, crop insurance. Eternity is one blockchain project that is building tools that are useful in the insurance industry.
Number 7, private transport and ride sharing. The blockchain can be used to create decentralized versions of peer-to-peer ride-sharing apps, allowing both car owners and users to arrange terms and conditions in a secure way without third-party providers. Startups working in this area include Arcade City and Lazuz. The use of built-in e-wallets can allow for car owners to automatically pay for parking, highway tolls, and electricity top-ups to the vehicle. UBS, DF, and Innogy are some of the startups who built blockchain-based e-wallets.
Number 8, cloud storage. Data on a centralized server is inherently vulnerable to hacking, data loss, or human error. Using blockchain technology allows cloud storage to be more secure and robust against attacks. Storage is one example of a cloud storage network using blockchain technology.
Number 9, charity. Common complaints in the charity space include inefficiency and corruption, which prevent money from reaching those who are meant to have it. Using blockchain technology to track donations can let you be sure that your money is going to end up in the right hands. Bitcoin-based charities like BitGive Foundation use blockchain's secure and transparent distributed ledger to let donors see that the intended party is received.
Number 10, voting. Probably one of the most important areas of society that blockchain will disrupt is voting. The 2016 US election is not the first time certain parties were accused of rigging election results. Blockchain technology can be used for voter registration and identity verification, and electronic vote counting to ensure that only legitimate votes are counted and no votes are changed or removed. Creating an immutable, publicly viewable ledger of recorded votes would be a massive step forward in making elections more fair and democratic. Democracy Earth and Follow My Vote are two startups aiming to disrupt democracy itself through creating blockchain-based online voting systems for governments.
Number 11, government. Government systems are often slow and opaque and prone to corruption. Implementing blockchain-based systems can significantly reduce bureaucracy and increase security, efficiency, and transparency of government operations. Dubai, for example, is aiming to put its government documents on the blockchain by 2020.
Number 12, public benefits. The public benefits system is another sector that suffers from slowness and bureaucracy. Blockchain technology can help assess, verify, and distribute welfare or unemployment benefits in a much more streamlined and secure way. GovCoin is a UK-based company that is helping the government to distribute public benefits using blockchain technology. Blockchain is also a good contender for implementing a basic income. Circles is a project working on developing a blockchain-based technology for implementing a universal basic income.
Number 13, healthcare. Another industry that relies on so many legacy systems and is ripe for disruption is healthcare. One of the challenges hospitals face is the lack of a secure platform to store and share data. They're also often victims of hacking because of outdated infrastructure. Blockchain technology can allow hospitals to safely store data like medical records and share it with the authorized professionals or patients. This will improve data security and can even help improve accuracy and speed of diagnosis. Gem and Tyrion are two startups that are working on disrupting the current healthcare data space.
Number 14, energy management. Energy management has been a highly centralized industry for a long time. Energy producers and users cannot buy it directly from each other and have to go through the public grid or trusted private intermediary. Transactive Grid is a startup using the Ethereum blockchain that allows customers to buy and sell energy directly from each other in a peer-to-peer way.
Number 15, online music. Several blockchain startups are coming up with ways for musicians to get paid directly from their fans without giving up large percentages of sales to platforms or record companies. Smart contracts can also be used to automatically solve licensing issues and better catalog songs with their respective creators. Mycelia and Ujo Music are two startups creating blockchain-based solutions in the music industry.
Number 16, retail. When you shop, you trust the retail system of the store or the marketplace. Decentralized blockchain-based retail utilities work differently. They connect buyers and sellers without a middleman and associated fees. Sorry, Amazon. In these cases, trust comes from smart contract systems, the security of exchanges, and built-in reputation management systems. Two startups disrupting the retail space are OpenBazaar and OB1.
Number 17, real estate. Some of the issues in buying and selling real estate are bureaucracy, lack of transparency, fraud, and mistakes in public records. Using blockchain technology can speed up transactions by reducing the need for paper-based record keeping. It can also help with tracking, verifying ownership, ensuring accuracy of documents, and transferring property deeds. Ubiquity is a blockchain-secured platform for real estate record keeping that is an alternative for legacy paper-based systems.
Number 18, crowdfunding. Crowdfunding has become a popular method of fundraising for new startups and projects in recent years. Crowdfunding platforms exist to create trust between project creators and supporters, but they also charge high fees. In blockchain-based crowdfunding, trust is created through smart contracts and online reputation systems, which removes the need for a middleman. New projects can raise funds by releasing their own tokens that represent value and can later be exchanged for products, services, or cash. Many blockchain projects have now raised millions of dollars through such token sales. Although it's still early days and the regulatory future of blockchain-based crowdfunding is uncertain, it's an area that holds a lot of promise.
Number 19, your industry. If your industry deals with data or transactions of any kind, it's likely a field that can be disrupted by blockchain technology. The space is wide open and the opportunities are many.
Did we miss anything?
All right, so that was a little bit of a long video, but I think it's an interesting space that deserves some attention. So in sum, you can see that pretty much any industry can be disrupted through this new technology, as well as many industries cannot. So some people say blockchain is the new internet. I don't believe this is the case, but I definitely believe that it has some promise. And this is because it has some advantages, for example, speed or low fees. Because of course, this is just a computer code. And so you can have things moving very fast. For example, through something that they mentioned a few times called smart contracts. So these are basically virtual contracts. So you can design the blockchain in a way that you say, let's have this container of goods moving from New Zealand to Singapore. As soon as it reaches Singapore, someone will scan the container. This scanning will go directly online and be recorded in the smart contract that the container has arrived in Singapore. Once this is confirmed, the smart contract, for example, releases a payment to the sender. All this is instantaneous. The container being sent, the scanning, the information being sent, and then the payment being received. So you can have very fast, very transparent, with low fees, movement of goods, of capital, and so on. They also mentioned blockchain-based crowdfunding. This is what I meant by initial coin offerings. So this is a crowdfunding that happens on the blockchain and can be a very interesting tool to fundraise for startups. This has been very successful in the last few years. It started very slowly in 2015. We had only 3 companies fundraising for a total of $6 million. But then at the peak, around the cross between 2017 and 2018, there was approximately 1,000 ICOs raising multiple $1 billion. So in 2017, 6 billion, in 2018, 3.5 billion. If you compare this, for example, with the US venture capital industry, which is very big, in 2018, the companies fundraised $21 billion. So it's more, but it's still comparable to ICOs. So if your company is in a blockchain-related industry, ICOs, IEOs, STOs, so all related fundraising initiatives, these can be a very valuable source of fundraising. This again shows you the trend in ICO fundraising. You can see that around the beginning of 2018, there was a spark, a big jump in ICOs, and then now it's declining a little bit, but it's still a valuable and available source of funding for blockchain-based startups. An important differentiation to be made is that there is not a single blockchain. So you can have as many blockchains as you want, and now there is plenty, there's probably hundreds of thousands, and you can have 2 main types. One is basically public and one is private. Public blockchains is what you see in the news, for example, Bitcoin. Everyone can participate, everyone can validate transactions and see the blocks in the chain. Something that I think is a little bit more promising, although it does go against the movement that started blockchain, is something called either private or federated blockchains. And these are still similar type of blockchains, but not everyone can contribute. So only people with permission or companies with permissions can contribute. It can be hundreds of companies, but not everyone. They're not public. It's like a private Facebook group, let's say. And so in this case, you can think, for example, about Walmart. And Walmart can create a blockchain with all their suppliers and maybe customers. And so they can manage and track where the goods come from, when they arrive, and where they go, and process payments within the blockchain. This might be a very efficient way to run Walmart blockchain without running the risk of making it public, and so everyone can see what's happening in their blockchain. So again, this is just a few more details. There is public versus private blockchains, and I think there's very interesting cases for private blockchains that can help companies to be more efficient, especially when they have a network of collaborators. With this slide, we finished today's topic of blockchain and initial coin offering. I hope you enjoyed the class. Bye-bye.